Tables, ladders, chairs, stairs, and blood. Your wrestling wrap-up with Cherry Brown starts now.
Because I was born this way, I got lightning running through my veins. Ain't nobody gonna stop this train. So hop on board or get out the way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Your TLC pay-per-view match from Cleveland, Ohio's Quicken Loans Arena had its ups and downs. We had tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs lining the ring as well as the ramp. There was also a bunny in the audience. And lots of blood throughout the night. Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper for the Intercontinental Championship in a ladders match surely did not disappoint, as both men decided to throw ladders into the ring, wasting no time. Ziggler flying into the Timekeeper's arena was the first of many WWE superstars to fly into the Timekeeper arena. They really need a new place to sit. Luke Harper delivering some harsh power bombs onto ladders, leaving Ziggler with many bruises and cuts and welts from repeated ladder attacks. Eventually, Dolph did gain some momentum, jumping from one ladder to the other as a leapfrog action, with Harper in between. Ziggler had a dueling ladders with Harper and knocked him down with one quick blow, leaving him to grab the belt, thus claiming Dolph as the winner of the Intercontinental Championship. Dolph clearly has some amazing potential, and the winning of this belt is going to make a bigger superstar out of him than he already is today. Tag team matches with the Usos seem to never disappoint. However, The Miz and Mizdow have been getting into the Usos' heads as of late, talking with Naomi and trying to get her to help out The Miz in any way she can, with promises of her becoming a star, whether it's in the ring or out of the ring. I was wondering if she was going to interfere at this point, and luckily she didn't. Damien, being unable to do anything besides what The Miz does, clearly lost him this match. Damien did show some kind of consciousness, and was able to egg on the crowd, who was clearly in his favor. Eventually, The Miz, being beaten so hard by the Usos, decided to grab his belts and walk off, but not before bashing the Usos in the head with his Slammy Award. Or should I say, Damien Sandow's Slammy Award. This disqualified them from the match, thus making the Usos the winners. However, since it was a disqualification, the championships do not exchange hands. Stairs have always been used in extreme moments in the WWE world, so it seemed pretty likely for it to be its own match. The Big Show versus Eric Rowan was clearly a holdover from Survivor Series. Rowan now making the Big Show one of his enemies after turning on them in the Survivor Series main event. Rowan was, however, the first to get hit by Stairs and then went right into the Timekeeper's arena. Rowan did gain some momentum and started building up a stair wall on the ramp intended for the Big Show to fly through. When that didn't happen, the Big Show brought Rowan back into the ring and set up the stairs like a Tetris piece in between the ropes. Rowan went head first right into it several times. Rowan got back up and was able to throw the Big Show, all 7 feet of him, onto the stairs in the middle of the ring. Rowan decided to go off the top rope onto the stairs, missing the Big Show just a little bit, but clipping his hip, obviously causing him some pain. From then on, the Big Show pretty much took a hold of Rowan, throwing him into the wall that was built earlier in the night. Rowan was eventually thrown back into the ring and pinned down by the Big Show with a set of stairs. Not ironic, but cliche, of course. And this match clearly is the first of many stairs match and many matches between Rowan and Big Show to come. A tables match for John Cena versus Seth Rollins had nothing for Rollins to lose, but if Cena lost, he would no longer be the number one contender for the World Wrestling Heavyweight Championship versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. This match was a 3-on-1 that turned into a 4-on-1. J&J Security quickly showed that they were not going to stand idly by as Cena beat on Rollins. They took out the tables when Cena was going to use them and beat on him outside the ring. Rollins delivered some good blows himself, But Cena quickly turned around and was able to take out all 3 men and put Seth through a table. The ref was knocked out at the time of Seth going through the table, and when J&J Security was able to get back in the ring, they cleaned up the evidence. Seth going to put Cena through 2 tables next to the ref outside the ring ended with both men going through the tables at the same time. The ref couldn't decide, and when 2 other referees came out, one was for Seth and one was for Cena. The ref, making a decision on his own, decided to restart the match, meaning that Seth and Cena were still in this squared circle until one of them went through another table. The Big Show came out, pummeling Cena, giving this match now a 4-on-1 look until the music hit. Roman Reigns in the crowd and the WWE Universe went wild. Reigns running into the ring, giving Big Show a Superman punch, and then knocking Seth to the ground, giving Cena the ample amount of time to put Seth through a table. Roman Reigns made one hell of a comeback after being on injury for so long, and I can't wait until the Royal Rumble that he later announced tonight that he was now entering. This means that Cena will be fighting Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble, and that he will once again have his chance to win the Heavyweight Championship. The Divas Championship was on the line tonight with Nikki Bella versus AJ Lee. Nikki wasted no time in taking the upper hand in this match. AJ kept trying to get a submission Widowmaker on her, but just seemed to not be able to make it stick. It seemed that AJ was out for the count. She wasn't. AJ making a strong comeback and almost pinning Nikki, but Brie being able to put her sister's foot on the ropes seemed to be the ref's last straw, as he quickly evicted Brie from this match. When the commotion was going on with the ref and Brie, Nikki pulled something out of her sock and sprayed it into AJ's face. This quick move was followed up by a rack attack, which cost AJ the win. Nikki holds on to the title, but for how long, I'm unsure. It seems AJ will definitely be back with a vengeance, and this time she'll be ready for anything Nikki has to throw at her. Feed me more! Kane versus Ryback in a chairs match was nothing short of a nice beat 'em up and throw 'em out. Both of them wasted no time throwing chairs in the ring, out of the ring, around the ring, at each other. It seemed to be working in Kane's favor, but then Ryback showed that he was not someone to be taken lightly in a chairs match. Kane ended up taking 3 splashes on a chair by Ryback, and then proceeded to be hit multiple times by him. Eventually, when Ryback jumped off the top rope to land onto Kane, who was sandwiched between 2 chairs, Kane flipped the chair upward, and Ryback landed straight down on an upright chair, crushing it. I was impressed with the amount of that the chair bent. Kane then proceeded to take hold and beat Ryback over and over with a chair, but Ryback's momentum from the WWE Universe kept him going, and he proceeded to beat Kane in this match. No tables, no ladders, no chairs. This U.S. Championship match of Rusev versus Jack Swagger had nothing but good old-fashioned wrestling. Lana, who was quickly interrupted by Jack Swagger's entrance, was already up in arms when he approached the ring. Jack was quick to work on the ankle of Rusev that he's been working on for weeks now. Rusev, trying to get Swagger into the Accolade, quickly vanished when Jack was able to get to the ropes. Pulling him back again, Jack somehow managed to break out and get him right into a Patriot lock. Rusev almost looked like he was about to tap, which has never happened before, and Jack could be the one to do it. Eventually, Rusev did get to the ropes, and Jack had to release his lock. Jack was then quickly put right back into the Accolade, and had passed out from the submission, thus leaving Rusev still the U.S. champ. Who will be able to beat Rusev? Jack Swagger clearly is not going to let this one die, and he will keep working on that ankle. Moving on from the cut-short U.S. Championship match, we had Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt in the main event. This was a tables, ladders, chairs match, so everything was game, and this extreme duo was sure to put on a show. Dean at the box went straight for Bray, giving no moment for him to breathe, throwing him into the WWE Universe, into the Timekeepers Arena, and all the way through back to the pre-show area, to which he then ran off of the pre-show table right on to Bray Wyatt. Beating with kendo sticks ensued, leaving Bray pretty certain that Dean was no longer messing around. This lunatic fringe then proceeded to take tables and ladders and jump from each of the ladder right onto the table, hurting Bray and himself in the process. Eventually, Bray gained some momentum and was able to get Dean back into the ring, beating him over and over again with a kendo stick, and even plunging it near his eye as he set it up on the turnbuckle and threw Dean into it. Dean, being able to kick out of a pin, was able to go under the ring after throwing Bray out. Finding a TV curiously placed under the ring, he was able to see that there was a 25-foot ladder near the entrance ramp. He proceeded to go get it, set it up next to the Spanish announcer's table. He then cleared off the Spanish announcer's table, asking them kindly to move away, and set Bray up for a perfect hit. Climbing all the way up to the top, he sat and thought, and then proceeded to land down onto Bray. I'd like to have this moment of silence for the Spanish announcer's table because I feel horrible for that table. And, furthermore, Dean proceeded to then bring Bray back into the ring and have it out with them. A Sister Abigail into a pin and a kick-out, a Dirty Deeds into a pin and a kick-out. These boys seemed to not want to give up, and this was going to take quite a bit for either of them to fall. Dean grabbing the TV, it seemed to spark or shock him in some sense, causing him to be blinded and fall right into another Sister Abigail, thus being able to have Bray pin him. I was very disappointed with this ending. I feel like it was too short. This extreme duo could have dragged out way longer and caused a lot more damage to themselves and to others. I hope they'll be able to do it again soon so that they can have a proper TLC match. That has been your wrestling wrap-up for the night. I'm Cherry Brown, and I will see you in the ring.